I helped this channel go from averaging 60 views per video to now we had a month where we had over 2 million long form views, almost 10,000 subscribers gained, and over $10,000 in YouTube AdSense. And in this video, I wanted to share 7 different things that I wish I knew when I started on YouTube. Number 1 is I figured out the real reason most people don't start on YouTube. So for me, I waited 3 years to start my YouTube channel, and I thought the reason was because I didn't have enough time, I didn't have any ideas for videos, or I didn't have the right equipment. But I found out that was not actually the case. But I found out the real reason I didn't start on YouTube, and that's because I was afraid of what people would think, afraid of failing, and all the rest. But after 3 years of thinking about it, there was one thing I did that finally got me over it and made that first YouTube video, and it was I made a video without any expectations. I'm like, look, this could be a bad video, this could be a good video. I just want to get something out there. And what happened when I did that? Well, first, basically no one saw it because I was brand new on YouTube, but it got me over the fear of uploading because it was like this giant mountain that was standing in front of me this whole time. It felt like this giant job because I wanted to make a video that was really good because I was afraid of those different things. But since I lowered the bar, I lowered my expectations and just made some video, that made every other video I made so much easier. Number 2, success leaves clues. Now, this is probably one of the biggest things that I've learned over my years of doing YouTube. And it's really changed the way that I come up with ideas. So now how I come up with the ideas is typically I'll make a list of different channels in my niche that are doing well, and then I'll look for outliers, which are videos that are outperforming the channel's average, and then I want to study these videos and ask myself, why did these videos perform so well? And doing that has led to some pretty good results. So on the channel we're running, these are some of the results that we've seen from our long form videos. So we have one video that's at 2 million views, 600,000 views, 300,000, 400,000. So all these videos came from that core concept of looking for success, looking for outliers, and then trying to study why they did that, and then taking those learnings and implementing in our own videos instead of trying to reinvent the wheel every time we upload. Number 3, I figured out what I needed to focus on if I wanted views on YouTube. So to illustrate this, we had a video that was stuck at 200 views, and we changed 2 different things, very small changes to be honest, and now it's at over 600,000 views. And you can see right here, the arrow is pointing to the exact moment where we made those 2 little changes. Now you might be asking, what are those changes? Well, it was the title and thumbnail. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, that probably doesn't surprise you, but it does reaffirm how important the title and thumbnail are. So go back to that list of channels and you want to study not only their content, but look specifically at their titles and thumbnails and see why did they work so well. All right, number 4, this has been a hard one to learn, but very important, is there are no silver bullets. There's only 100 golden BBs. Now, what the heck does that mean? Because on YouTube, I think a lot of us are just looking for one specific hack that we can do that will instantly make us go viral, instantly make us have a successful YouTube channel. But unfortunately, there's not really a silver bullet. There's 100 golden BBs, meaning the difference between a good video and a great video is 100 small changes that make it great. So for instance, when we started uploading, we were uploading at least 1 video a week. And you know how long it took us to get our first 10,000 subscribers? 458 days. Now, I know for a lot of people that takes even longer, but for us, it took us 450 days where we were intentionally doing this. We were uploading at least a video a week. But where the exciting part came was it took us 450 days to get our first 10,000. But you know how long it took us to get our next 10,000? Here's a look at the next month. It took us 40 days to get our next 10,000 subscribers. And you can see our graph of how we were growing when we started on YouTube. So it started out very flat, very like we're putting in the work, but we're not really seeing progress. And then all of a sudden it jumps up and it's like this total exponential thing. So on YouTube, you're going to have to put a lot of work on the front end and you're probably not going to see a lot of results. But if you stick around long enough, then good things can happen. All right, number 6, double down on what works. This is one that I have to remind myself over and over again. But when I see examples of it on YouTube, I'm just constantly blown away by it. So here's an Alex Hormozi example. He's one of the people that I've seen that just totally doubles down on this concept. No pun intended. So he has brutally honest advice to build your confidence, brutally honest advice to my younger, poorer self, brutally honest advice for broke people, and brutally honest advice for men to win in their 20s. So apparently people like brutal advice, and Alex Hormozi likes giving that brutal advice because he found that concept that's working really well. And then he even went back and changed old videos and framed it with that concept. So he's definitely doubling down on what works. So once you find something that works on YouTube, see how you can make different variations of that because the audience has already shown that they like it. Number 6 is you want to focus on the very first 30 seconds because this is where where there's going to be the most drop off, and it's kind of like your elevator pitch for the video. And recently I have a newfound appreciation for Alex Hormozi's hooks. So see if you can see exactly what he does here.
I've been in business 13 years. I've sold 9 companies. My last company I sold for $46.2 million. My current portfolio at acquisitions.com is over $17 million a month. And I'm going to compress 13 years of business advice into this one video.
Boom. 12 seconds in, Alex has done 3 things that kind of craft the perfect hook, especially if you are in the education world. So if you didn't see those or you didn't catch them, here's how he explains his hook process. So first, he starts off with his proof, which is basically why they should listen to you in the first place. So Alex, he talks about, okay, here are the companies that I've built. Here's the companies that I've sold. This is why I am qualified to talk about this, and this is why you should listen to me. And then from there, you want to go to the promise. So thinking about the viewer, tell them what they're going to get out of the video. Like, what's the real value for them? And then third is the plan. You want to tell them how you're going to tell them. So he said, I'm going to take my 13 years of business advice, and I'm going to compress that down into one video. And you can see even illustrated on the video, it was showing the 13 different principles. So you know you're going to go one by one and learn all of the different lessons. All right, number 7, as simple as it sounds, sometimes working smarter and not harder is going to help you in the long run. So especially if you're short on time, like a lot of us are, you need to build systems for your YouTube channel. This allows you to get more done in less time. So that's systems for scripting, systems for thumbnails and titles, and even your editing. You want to find different ways, either if it's downloading presets, creating different assets that you use on a regular basis. You want to streamline the process as much as possible, because the more videos you can put out, the more that you're going to get better with every upload. And that's one of the main reasons I hear why people can't make YouTube content, is because they don't have enough time. They might have a 9-to-5, they might have a family. If you're running a business, it's going to be hard to grow your YouTube channel because you just don't have a lot of time. And knowing that, I made this video where I break down 6 different hacks that'll help you grow on YouTube even if you're busy. So check that out.